In this video, we are going to understand how we are going to connect our Google Cloud SQL on our local machine. In order to perform this demonstration, we have to create an SQL instance. Then we are going to set up an authorization rule, and finally we are going to connect our Google Cloud SQL through WAMP. This WAMP is a software which is installed on our local machine. So what exactly we are going to do is we are going to create an SQL instance on our Google Cloud platform, and we are going to connect that Google Cloud SQL instance with this WAMP. So in order to perform this demonstration, you have to create your SQL instance first. So I'm going to make a use of my console. So this is our console, and from here I'm going to make a use of my services section, and within the services I'm going to make a use of a SQL. So you have to click on this SQL and your SQL wizard window will get open. So this is our SQL instance window. In our previous video we have understood how we can create an SQL instance. So I'm going to make a use of this instance which I have created earlier. So in order to make a use of this instance, you have to click on this instance. So before creating an instance, the first step is you have to set up an authorization rule. In order to set an authorization rule, you have to click on this authorization tab. So I'm going to click on this authorization tab, and within this authorization tab, I have to specify my public IP address so that this machine can have an access to my instance. So in order to know your public IP instance, or let's say in order to know the public IP address of your local machine, you can simply type what is my IP address. So this is my public IP address. I'm going to copy this address, and within this authorization section, I'm going to paste this IP address. So you can see that I have an IP address 101.886. So you have to click on this add network. You can specify the name, but this is an optional tab. So I'm going to make a use of this CIDR notation, and within this CIDR notation, I'm copying my public IP v4 address. So I'm simply clicking on this done. And after clicking on this done, you have to click on this save button. So now I have authorized my machine in order to access this MySQL instance. So it is saving up my public IPv4 address, so it will take a little time. So now you can see that my public IPv4 address has been set within my authorization tab. So this is my IP address 101.186, and you can see that it is been added into my authorized network. What actually this means is now I can connect to this MySQL instance, or you can say that this my local machine now can connect to this MySQL instance. Now the next step is I'm going to make a use of this users tab, and within this users I'm going to create a new user. So in order to create a new user, you have to click on this create user account, and I'm going to create a user named as Jitendra. And I'm setting a password for this user as Jitendra123. So this is going to be my password, and you have to select this option allow any host. Now simply click on this create. So this is my password Jitendra123, and I'm going to click on this create button. So what this will do, this will going to create a user for me and the account for my Google Cloud SQL instance. So now you can see that my username has been created. The next step which we are going to follow is now we are going to connect this SQL instance using our WAMP. So in order to make a use of this WAMP, I'm going to first start my WAMP. In order to make a use of this WAMP, you have to double click on it, and you have to click on this yes. So the green symbol of WAMP indicate that it is now online. So I'm going to make a use of this my PHP my admin. So let's say I have to log in this first. So now you can see that this phpMyAdmin is currently right now connected with your local databases, means this is working on our local machine. Now within this, what exactly I'm going to do is I'm going to add my server, and this server is going to be my this Google Cloud SQL instance. So now in order to connect this MySQL instance with your local WAMP server, you have to configure some settings of your WAMP. So within this WAMP, you have a file named as config.inc.php. Within this file, we have to set some configurations. So this WAMP is installed within my C drive. So I'm going to make a use of this C drive. And within this C drive, I have installed my WAMP. Within this WAMP, you have to make a use of this app directory. And within this app, you have to select this phpMyAdmin. And you have to make a use of this config.inc.php file. In this, we have to apply certain configurations regarding our GCP server. So I'm going to open this with my Notepad++. So when you open this file, you will get a connection, or let's say you will get a PHP file somewhat like this. So now you can see that here I am connected with my local databases. This is my host. This is my local IP address 127.0.0.1, and this is my root user, and this is my password. Now here I am going to specify the credentials of my Google Cloud SQL instance. For this, you have to scroll a little bit down, and here you can see that you can specify these another server configurations. Let's say this is my server 1, which is my local server, and now here I'm going to set my server configuration. So let's say the first step is I'm going to specify my host. You will get this configuration file when you are going to install your WAMP. You just have to edit them. So the first step is I'm going to specify my host. In order to specify this host, you have to click on this My Instance overview, and here you will get an IPv4 address of your Google Cloud SQL instance. So I'm just going to copy this, and within this I'm going to paste this IP address. Let's say here you have to specify your user. I have created a new user named as Jitender, and the password for my user will be Jitender123. So this is the setting you have to do. You just have to specify your host name, you have to specify the user, and you have to specify the password. Now I'm going to click on the Save All button, and I'm going to close this file. The next step is I'm going to close this as well, and I'm going to restart my WAMP server. So just simply click on this WAMP and click on this Restart All Services. So once my WAMP will get restarted, we will be connected with our MySQL instance, which we have hosted on our Google Cloud platform. So now you can see that this WAMP is active now. So I'm going to make a use of this phpMyAdmin. And here you can see on your current server, and if you scroll this, you will find a remote server named with Jitender. So I'm going to select this remote server name. Now it is loading my Google Cloud SQL instance. Okay, so you now here in a database server, you can see that we are now connected with a remote server name. This is the IPv4 address 35.192.180.55. I'm going to show you. This is the same IP address which we get within my local WAMP server. Okay, this is the name of my user Jitender. This is my public IPv4 address, and now here I'm going to make a use of this MySQL instance. So here you will get the graphical user interface of your database. So I'm going to create a new database. So now the next step is we have to select this our instance, and within this I'm going to create a new database. So let me just create a new database. I'm going to select this databases section, and within this I'm going to create a new database. So let's say the name of my database I'm giving is sample, and you have to simply click on this create button. So now you can see that my database has been created with the name as sample, And here I'm going to refresh this my PHPMyAdmin. So now you can see that our database has been listed out on our local WAMP machine, and I'm going to make a use of this sample database. So let's say within this my SQL sample database, I'm going to create a new table. Let's say my table name is the login, and I'm going to specify the number of columns. Let's say I want 4 columns, and simply click on this go button. So your table has been created within your sample database. So it will take little time as we are connected with our GCP instance. So now I'm going to specify the name. Let's say I'm going to make a use of this ID parameter. I'm going to select this auto not null. I'm going to make its index as a primary key, and I'm going to auto increment the value of my ID. The next step is I'm going to specify another table field name. Let's say name, and I'm going to specify its text as a text, and I'm going to make a use of this email. I'm going to specify its type as a text, and I'm going to select another, let's say gender, and I'm going to select this text as well. And finally you have to click on this save button. So let's just a warning, we can ignore this. So I'm going to make a use of this unique, and I'm going to click on this save. Okay, I'm going to make a use of this untick this null and click on the save button. So now you can see that within our database sample, a table has been created with a named login. So now I'm going to insert some records into this table login. So now in order to insert a record into this table, select this table and you have to click on this insert tab.